Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It is Saturday night. Welcome to the show. I'm not sure how long I can talk. My voice is getting stronger, and I don't have a bunch of notes, but I wanted you guys to see me, and I wanted to thank you. All right, many of you. And all jokes aside, if you sent energy in my direction, I thank you. Energy can be prayers, it can be well wishes, it can be support. Never mind the fact that I'm a non-believer in the theory of God. You know that already. But there is a pulsating signal that was detected back in the 40s. You know this already. We've had this discussion. There may be something there that has something to do with this. And maybe your energy. Again, for those of you who were emailing, texting, calling. Oh, salute to the people who were calling. I'm going to really spend some time to talk about those folks shortly, okay? But anyway, thank you. So if you're new to the show, I've often called myself the hip-hop Highlander. That's a classic film. A person who just can't die. Now, in theory, we all die. But back in 2008, I had a liver transplant, and nothing till this day and time has made me feel that type of serious, effect with regards to my well-being. So, I do want to talk about pneumonia. I want to spend some time talking. There's things going on in the world, and I'm going to open up the floodgates. I've got some friends, some associates who I do want to cam up to call in. All bans are lifted this evening. All bans are lifted. Everybody who was suspended can call in. I've spoken to some of you already. But I do want to take some time and talk about pneumonia. I still have on my my fall risk. Can you see that? The fall risk band from the hospital with the barcode. We deal with receipts. People can't be getting up on the microphone claiming, they were on their deathbed or, 1 foot in the grave and not produce receipts. So I still have on my fall risk band. I was admitted on the 6th, admission date, the 6th of October. Today's the 18th. I'm going to be going very slow because there's so many things I do want to share with you. In my home right now, I have a stationary oxygen concentrator. Good evening. Do you guys know what that is? A stationary oxygen concentrator. It makes oxygen. Oh, I've got the little fancy things that go up under your nose. Oh, I got all the fly shit, huh? Where is it? If we do an extended show, goddamn, I might hook up the oxygen concentrator right here. Put this up under there, and do an extended show. I'm laughing now, but I've never had pneumonia before, and I had it to the point where they had me in the ICU for 6 days. And I want to talk to anybody who wants to call in and help us discuss, pneumonia. Very serious. A great medical team, a great hospital. Salute to again, some of my family who came down. They were there with me. They wouldn't let me go through it alone. Some family, I had to insist that they stay put because I'm 61 years of age and I've got younger people out in California, family members in college, and I insisted, I need you to stay there and get ready for your midterms. But I was not alone. I just want to say that before I continue, all right? Deeds, how are we doing with the spelling of the audio? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to be like bird shit all over the place tonight. Is the spelling okay? Is the audio okay? Two of my cousins left today, and they went back home. Pneumonia. Wow. It was serious. Let me see if I can walk you through it. And guys, thank you for your support. I'm going to try and get most of your donations on the screen, but just bear with me. I don't want to forget some things here. I see you. Thank you so much, Silent Assassin and others. Bear with me, please. So prior to, again, the 6th is when I drove my dumb ass to the ER. I was experiencing chills and a fever. I went to the urgent care facility close to me here in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. And they ran some tests, you know, the swabs and stuff like that. The doctor said, well, you do not have COVID. You do not have the flu. I said, okay, well, can you give me some of those Tamiflu, you know, capsules, a prescription? Because I've gone through this before. For some reason, I get the flu every year. He said, well, you don't have the flu. I said, I know, but can you work with me? He gave me the prescription. I went home and my chills and my fever persisted. And I started shaking like some type of crazy electromagnetic shake, and I couldn't stop. I don't know if anybody has gone through this, but again, the phone lines will be open shortly, and I want you to talk. Let's talk, because this was so serious. And was I scared? I don't think scared is the word. I'm, you know, at my age and what I have accomplished in life and what I need to do for my family to come, I have to make sure that I take the right steps and take the right precautions. So I was concerned. Now, I've never had a seizure. To my knowledge, I've never had a mild stroke, never had a heart attack. But I said, whoa, that was a little concerning, that shake. An hour went by. I started shaking again. This time, the shaking lasted a little bit longer. And I said, it's time to go to the ER. So, grabbed everything that I could think of. Forgot my charger for the laptop. That killed me, but we'll talk about that later. And I drove to the ER. I do want to say salute to those of you in the medical field who are not just nurses, but technicians. Those of you who run, got a couple of notes here. Those of you who run the leads monitors, that's for your vitals, your ECG, the ECG leads, pardon me. The pulse oximeter, I'm saying this wrong, pardon me. The blood pressure cuff. And when you have the type of pneumonia that I had, an infection of the lungs that causes inflammation of the lung tissue, they hook up those leads to you. They monitor your heart rate, your blood pressure, your oxygen. So they were giving me oxygen, and I could not get out of bed. They didn't want me getting out of the bed because of the oxygen and the fluid. And you know, I'm learning all this as I go. So this was important to stay put. My dumb ass, hours later, you know, when I woke up 2 o'clock in the morning, took everything off and thought I could run into the bathroom. Anybody ever do that in the live chat? I thought I could go into the bathroom. A nurse and a technician came in. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, I just had to use the bathroom. They said, no, get back in the bed. I got back in the bed after I finished, you know, in the restroom. And I'm saying that to say this. For those of you who have not been through pneumonia, and if you have, you know, severe pneumonia, which is what I had, You have to stay hooked up to the oxygen. Otherwise, you can die. You have to use a bedside commode. Anybody in that live chat have to use a bedside commode? Now, that was crazy. That was a little crazy. That was crazy. So I was in the ICU, intensive care unit, for 6 days. I could stand up. I could sit in a chair. But I could not leave the room. I could not walk around the room. I had to call the nurses for everything and the technicians, and they were wonderful. Now, give me some time. I want to acknowledge some people, as I said, and we'll come back to what I went through. I do want to at least acknowledge the Supreme Truth documentary. Anybody see the Supreme Truth documentary about Kenneth Supreme McGriff? His nephew, Prince. I watched it yesterday. I didn't know Supreme. Irv Gotti and Chris Gotti and I were very, very cool. But I think it's worth talking about because within the first 10 minutes, Supreme calls Bimmy, James Bimmy Anthony, a confidential informant. He said he's been a confidential informant for 40 years. I'm going to be objective tonight, and I'm going to ask, why now? Why is he saying this now? When Prince was out running around with Irv Gotti and the Murder Inc. team, was Bimmy a rat then? I've had my issues with Bimmy. You know this already. We got on the phone. He made it right. He apologized about something that I had no knowledge of. I'll just say that. And I've moved on. Now, I stand on what I said about him. But I'm not going to, dig my heels in that tonight. Anyway, the Supreme Truth documentary, if you guys want to call in and talk about it, I will take your calls, all right? Oh, shortness of breath. Hang on. Shortness of breath. I think that's my homie on the line there. Let me just tell him I'm going to be right there so he doesn't hang up. Gene Richmond, is that you, number 9? Number 9?
Hello there.
Hey, man. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right with you, okay? Stay there. 1 minute.
All right. All right.
Okay. It's going to be my first caller. All suspensions are lifted tonight. Evelyn, if you're out there, I know you sat number 9 down, but I need him for tonight. Florida boy Jay may or may not tap in. I spoke with him Sunday. I spoke with Sunday. Anybody else who has been sat down for 30 days, I would love to hear from you tonight. Janet, 1051, and whoever else. But let me get back to the pneumonia, because this is very, very serious. If anybody has gone through this and you want to share your experience, I want that to be our focus this evening. Because once they get you in that ICU, they have to do what they do. And if you have not been through it, depending on the severity of the pneumonia, you're going to get IVs. I had so many goddamn IVs in my arm, and sometimes the vein would bust, and they'd have to give me another one, and they're taking blood every day because they're checking your white blood cells. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's anybody who's an RN or anybody in the live chat, you want to call in and correct me. They're checking your blood sugar, the little pricky thing, and it's all necessary. Because pneumonia, there's different types, and they were giving me 3 different antibiotics round the clock to see which one, could work against my strand of pneumonia. Okay. All right. Let me bring in a friend of mine, Gene Richmond. He'll be my first caller, and I will get to some of you other folks shortly. But I want to do as much talking as I can whilst I can this evening, okay? Gene Richmond, number 9. Is that you, sir?
It is me.
Good to hear from you, man.
And
how are you?
And it is so good to hear from you. It is good for you to be back, and I'm also back. Pneumonia couldn't keep you down, and a handkerchief head Negro couldn't keep me down. So it's a good thing for us to be back in this space. It's great to hear you.
Yeah.
It's great to hear you, my friend, and it's good to see you back on the show. You referenced the great movie Highlander. In the words of Christopher Lambert, who played Connor McLeod, there can be only one, and there is only one star. So it's good to hear from you. Welcome back.
Thank you. You did call me, and I so appreciate that. I got to make sure I remember to address that. People who called me. Texting is cool, but, putting a call in meant a whole lot. And even though, my voice wasn't the best when I was in the ICU, you did call, and I appreciate that. Anything newsworthy wise that I should be up to speed on? Because even though I've been home for a couple of days now, and I'm taking my meds every 12 hours, anything that you think us should know about? You keep me up to speed with regards to a lot of political news and commentary. Anything of interest?
Well, speaking of current events and noteworthy elements of the news today, in pretty much every major city in America, they had the second No Kings rally or protest. Many people would like to say, where Americans stood up in opposition to what they call Donald Trump's fascist and tyrannical policies, primarily against ICE and the illegal immigration detainees and deportation elements that we're seeing happening throughout the country. So there were major protests and major marches throughout America, and Americans that are in uproar or in protest in regards to what we're seeing. So that's very interesting. But again, it just goes to show you two things. It just goes to show you that there is an establishment that wants to continue to defame what the president is doing, but it also shows you that there are more Americans who actually support Donald Trump's comprehensive and effective form of immigration policy. This is probably the most stringent form of immigration policy that we've seen in the last 40 years. Okay. So it's very unique to what's happening. But again, the No Kings Day protest or so-called rally happened today, and it was one of the most newsworthy news stories.
Okay, yeah. I just saw a couple of clips, but again, I didn't have the energy to just watch it and absorb everything. Have you kept up? You're in Connecticut. Have you kept up with the race for the mayor? I hear that's gotten pretty nasty up there. Yes, no?
Well, it depends what mayor you're talking about. Right here in Stamford, Connecticut.
No, New York City. New York City. I'm sorry.
Oh, New York City. New York City. Yeah, yeah. In New York City, you have the Madahi, the Middle Eastern African so-called communists that people like to call them, and it's neck and neck with Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, former governor of the state of New York. But from what the numbers are looking like, Madahi is in the lead, and considerably in the lead. And you might just be looking at the next mayor of New York City by the numbers. And he's in a very impressive lead. Curtis Silwa is hanging in there.
Sliwa.
But I mean,
Sliwa.
It's all the same thing. But the problem with him is he doesn't resonate with modern day voters. No. He's like a leftover from the 1980s. He's a reminder of a New York past that has since come and gone.
Yeah, I have not watched any of the debates, but I'm sure he's still talking about the hit that the Gambino crime family put on him and so on and so forth. Okay, well, listen, man, I don't want to, grill you about politics. I just wanted, you and I to talk as we usually do, because, again, we've been talking behind the scenes here ever since I was in the hospital. anything with regards to pneumonia? Have you ever yourself experienced it, or any family members?
Well, myself, I've never had pneumonia, but pneumonia. But I had an uncle. I had an uncle who suffered from pneumonia. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with pneumonia. So I understand how much. But he was also 85 with pre-existing health conditions. But I understand how strenuous and how much stress that illness can put on the body, because you're literally the body is literally fighting itself within. Fighting off a very serious infection, especially when it comes to breathing, when it comes to the amount of oxygen that you're getting. Yeah. So it's a very unique illness, and it takes a very strong will and a strong body to really withstand it and fight through. So I'm glad to see you're back up and at 'em again, because it's not an easy journey. Of course, you're living it, so you can tell us more than I can. But again, it's good to see you back. It's good to see you back in the game.
Thank you.
And also, I'm happy that my prayers were answered, and you're doing better. Because
why not?
Because
why not? If you send prayers and you also sent a donation, let me say salute to you, a friend who sent a donation and a damn phone call.
And a phone call, because I knew I'm not the worthless nigga you think I can be at times. I also have a genuine form of gumption about myself, and I have some honor about myself, that I can highlight a friend in his time of need, even though you brought on witches and sorceresses on the show to cast maybe a curse on you. I don't know what happened, but my prayers and the prayers of a lot of the supporters that listen to this show were stronger than some witch trying to get blacks to come out to some foreign country. But nonetheless, that being said, again, it's good to hear.
Hang on, stay with me a second, number 9. Hold on a second. Let me say thank you to a couple of people, and I want to ask you because you and I were joking behind the scenes. Guys, thank you for your donations. Even if I don't get a chance to get all of them on the screen, thank you so much. You're appreciated. Lance, okay, I thought you kicked the bucket. So I did kick the bucket back in 2008. You're looking at a hologram, but thank you for your support, Lance. Oh, and Lance Scurv. Salute to you, Lance. I saw your comment, man. Very much appreciated. Lance Scurv, if you're out there, thank you so much. I put a post in the community section a couple of days ago, and I spoke about the food at the hospital. Did you see that, number 9? Did you read that? I know you and I spoke about it, but did you see the post?
Oh, I did. Definitely. And that good mac and cheese that you had.
Big Shirley in the kitchen at the hospital. We may have to put the war on mammies on hold tonight. We may have to do a segment, did a black woman save your life? Aside from the medication and everything that they were doing for me at the hospital, the goddamn food. I haven't had a hospital food that good in eons. Yourself, any experience with the hospital food and that sort of thing?
Well, yeah, I've had some hospital food. It was atrocious. So it was a surprise to me that you had such a good experience eating, a Big Shirley's meal. So you understand when there's a good mammy in the kitchen whipping up some good treats. I mean, I guess you were fortunate. Not only were you healing well, you had a mammy down there mixing it up, FDA style. So I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I mean, there's always this stigma around hospital food of how bad it is,
right.
But it's a good thing that you had a good batch, so to speak.
Yeah. So the question, I'll start with you, number 9. Did a black woman save your life at any point in your life? Because you go hard, on black women, but we're gonna have to pump the brakes just tonight. Did a black woman save your life? I think she may have helped bring me back with the food. Real talk.
Well, I think a black woman did save your life. There was a lot of that Creole, so-called indigenous love that was mixed into that food.
I'm talking about your life. Hang on, number 9, your life.
Oh,
Did a black woman save your life?
oh yes, yes, of course. I've been in some, I haven't had the most pristine lifestyle, and I've been in some situations where I needed the guidance, the tutelage of a black woman. Not only did a black woman allow me to stay in their home when I was having financial problems, they also cooked for me and gave me sex. So I think the black woman is noteworthy and deserving to be honored. So hey, I not only had a place to stay in my worst time, I got love in the most unique ways.
Nice. Hey man, I appreciate you. I know you got things going on tonight. Again, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for calling when I was in that situation, because I've never been through pneumonia, and clearly not nailed down to the goddamn bed in the ICU. So thank you for your call, man. That meant a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. It's good to hear you back. You see, I knew you were coming back. I was going to go cruising tonight for companionship, but I said, you know what? I cannot.
Easy.
To call the show.
Okay, I don't want to hear about that, man, but great to talk to you.
Yes.
Great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Number 9 doing what he does. Rondell, I got your donation on the screen. Thank you so much. Big Yankee got your donation. Thank you so much. Again, guys, I'm going to try to get these on the screen. Let me put some respect again, in case you did not go to the community section. I wrote a post. One of my captain's log posts that I used to use that intro when I wrote the reality check columns back in the 90s for the Source magazine. For those of you who know, for those of you who care, I used to write that column under the name Buck Wild. So I wrote about, when I came back to Emerald Isle on the 14th. I also spoke about a situation with a woman claiming to be my common law wife. I'm as serious as colon cancer. Someone who I have not seen in over 40 years. But I'm not going to talk about that this evening. You never know, that might be a legal thing. I also spoke about, again, Big Shirley. Now, I don't know her name, but the cooking was something else. The mac and cheese, the garlic roasted pork loin, pancakes and grilled banana, salmon with roasted sweet potatoes, and chicken cheese grilled sandwiches with cappuccino. Did a black woman save your life? Guys, give me a second. I'm coming to the phones. I just want to, before I forget, I want to thank Storm Monroe and a host of other people who actually called me. Anybody hear the interview that I did with Storm? That really wasn't an interview. Storm Monroe and I have known each other for years. I first met him when I was in Georgia at Tasha K's house. Tasha had a big party, and we were talking some business. And then he and I had lunch one time because right before the pandemic, NBC Universal was financing a pilot for Yours Truly, and Storm is going to be one of the judges. So he's a really good guy. And over the years, we stay in touch. We, talk business, and he's just one of those cool young people who I'm honored to know. So he was genuinely calling to check on me. I'm the one that said to him, "Hey man, do you have another phone?" He said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I said, "Well, push record and record this conversation." At first he said, "Star, I don't want to do that." And I said, No, come on, record this conversation. Did you guys hear the phone call with me and Storm Monroe? I actually told him to record it. D Mead, I got your donation. Thank you so much. $10.51, I got your donation. He says, "Salute, big nigga. Welcome back." Thank you. Blade, don't get soft on me, Blade. I saw one of your emails. Oh my God. Blade said, "You had me worried." Blade, stand firm, stand firm. Oh my goodness. Oh, Blade also sends another donation. Welcome back, snitch nigga. I thought the small hats. Okay, he's always talking about the small hats. And 1051 again. Okay. So again, thank you to those people who called me. Again, texting is cool, but there's a lot of people who actually picked up that phone. Rocky Thunder called me. You guys know who Rocky is? Picked up the phone and called me. White Trash Helene, one of my dear friends. Ruga Ronnie and Helene both said, I'm on the way down there. I said, no, hang on. Helene wouldn't take no for an answer. And I said, well, listen, can we just wait until the doctors come back? You guys know Helene. Yes, White Trash Helene from the Storm Buck Wild Show. Helene is one of my friends. Hey, Marty. Well, Marty, I appreciate you. I have no experience with pneumonia, so I do want to keep the conversation going about that. There's other things we can talk about. Has anybody seen Benzino channeling D'Angelo? I don't know what to say about that. Troll babies? Oh, salute to Deeds. You know, you've got a show tonight. Let me put Deeds' information on the screen. I wasn't sure if I could do this show tonight. Deeds said to me, you know, it sure would be nice to get some donations. You've been off for a while. And you always be talking about dying on the mic. There is Deeds' Cash App on the screen. If you want to, you know, send her a thank you. Because I wasn't sure about tonight. But Deeds said you always be talking about dying on the mic. And it sure would be nice to get some donations. Okay. Okay, guys, hold on a second. Let me see if I can bring in a couple of calls. Area code 903. Good evening. Are you there? 903.
I am here.
Hey.
Star.
Hey.
I am so happy that you are amongst the living.
Hey, baby. Who am I speaking to?
Elizabeth, I emailed you because, of course, I didn't know your personal number, but because I saw the video with Storm
Monroe. Great guy. Great guy. Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, where is Star? Because I watch you typically when you have like midday shows when I'm at work. And it's just like, all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute, what is this man?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens I saw Storm's video about this, and then I said, let me send you an email. But okay. You probably have got, your email is probably.
Well, now, hang on a second. Did you send a donation with the email?
You are a rich motherfucker. Are you okay?
Baby, I'm as serious as colon cancer. If you didn't send a donation, listen to me. If you did not send a donation with the email, no, I didn't get that. Baby, ain't nothing changed with me. Baby girl, ain't nothing changed.
You see how you are? Oh, nigga.
That's right. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye. Let's get her out of here. I'm going here talking about emails with no goddamn donation. The fuck? Frank, I got your donation on the screen, sir. Thank you so much. You're calling me like I know you. Probably didn't even pray for me. Hold on a second. Frank Rodriguez, big nigga. We're here supporting you. Glad you're back. Do your objective thing. Thank you so much. Okay, let me go to Venmo. Thank you guys for your support. Billy, thank you so much. Don't know if this is Star or, okay. Yes, here I am, man. Thank you so much, Billy. Jonathan, I got your donation. Bill, I got your donation. Ricky Rick, salute, Ricky Rick. He says, Star looking stronger than ever. The troll babies need you for another 666 years. Salute. I actually lost damn near 22 pounds. Sheesh. But I'm here nonetheless. David D. Cordova, is that you in the queue? Hold on a second, guys. David, is that you? Area code 416? Tapping in from Canada? Yes, no, maybe?
Yo, Star, Frankie G on the check-in, man.
Hey, what's up? Frankie, can you hold on? Because I got you in the queue, all right? Stay there.
Yeah.
Put him in the queue. Frankie G tapping in. So many people reached out. Sean G, good. Hey, man, I got your audio message. Sean G, the homie from Jersey. Okay. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Got so much going on here. All right. Hey, Lydia, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Go. Good to hear from you, man. That's the homie Goo tapping in. Salute, man. Goo, I was going to call you the other day, but I just didn't have the energy. And, I got to talk to you guys about the mobile oxygen tanks. Write this down. As I said, I have the stationary oxygen concentrator, but I also have 6 mobile oxygen tanks with the thing that you pull them. We're going to talk about it. Janet, hey. Janet.
Hey, Star.
Hey, girl. Good to hear from you again. We spoke earlier.
Yes, we did. Glad to have you back.
Oh, thank you. I told you I was going to try and do a show tonight, but I was tired. And then D said, tonight's a good night to die. Because I always used to say I want to die on the mic. D said tonight's a good night to die.
I don't know. Maybe she's lining you up. You sure she don't have an insurance policy out on you?
Well, she said, hey, make sure you put my Cash App on the screen. So here we go. But what's cracking, Janet? What's cracking?
I don't know, Star. Nothing much. I'm listening to you turn into iRobot. Half man, half machine.
Mm-hmm.
You living a dream. Got your oxygen tank.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much. Hang on. I don't want to say too much, but let's you and I talk behind the scenes because at first, the hospital was beautiful. I think you know which one it was. At first, when I was getting ready to check out, because I was in the ICU for 6 days, on the 7th day, one of the nurses, she said, I think you can go with oral antibiotics now as opposed to the IV. And I said, oh, okay. So I said, you're going to let me out? At that point, I was loving Big Shirley's food and I wasn't in no rush. Then they started talking about oxygen tanks. And of course, I'm saying, I don't need no oxygen tank. But then somebody came up to me and she said, well, you may, what did she say? Qualify for disability. Shh, Janet, don't say nothing. Let's you and I talk behind the scenes. I said, really? I said, well, how many mobile oxygen tanks can I get? She said, well, you can order 10. I said, well, let me get 6.
Don't keep them in your house now, because they are flammable.
Easy. Let's not get into all of that. But so I got myself 6 little mobile oxygen tanks if I need it. I mean, I can put it in the vehicle, but never mind that. You called me, Jen, and I appreciate that when I was in the hospital. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
I was concerned. I was like, well, if I ever call your phone, it's going to be something important.
Right. And
I'm so glad you made it through. Mm-hmm. I am so happy that you made it through. All the prayers and everything, So, God didn't forget about you yet.
Did your prayers reach me, Janet? Seriously, I'm not trolling. Did your prayers reach me? Your energy?
I try to respect your wishes and don't, you say you don't believe in God. So I did a lot of mumbo jumbo. I don't know what I did, but I know I was just sending out energy to you to get healed, because one day I thought I was going to have a anxiety attack. It was because, it was your breathing was so labored. It was just, it just got to me. That's all.
Well, Jana, I had a liver transplant, as you know, in 2008. So I'm literally working on borrowed time. However,
we all are.
Yeah, well, me more so than ever. But with regards to again, you calling, that meant a lot. And I just want to say thank you. But now let me just go back for a second for those who are just now joining the show. You and I have spoken before about Carl Lansky. I may play the video. Who detected? He stumbled upon that radio wave, that electromagnetic wave, that pulsating signal beyond the Milky Way galaxy back in the 40s. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So never mind.
Are you talking about
hang on. So never mind what I don't necessarily subscribe to. No, I don't subscribe to organized religion by way of the doctrines that a lot of people do. But it does not mean that I am not hopeful that we cannot, or that we will find the origins of our existence. So when I say to you, did your prayers reach me? I'm as serious as colon cancer. There's something out there pulsating, right?
Well, I was sending you energy. I know that much.
There you go.
I mean, like,
there you go.
Star, you don't know. Star, you know that you were sick, but you really don't know from a person from the outside looking in. I mean, like, it was just, oh my God, I couldn't even. I had an anxiety attack, but I was glad that you was getting rest.
Right.
I was glad that you were being treated well and fed well. I'm offering to pay for. I'm gonna send a donation to pay for you to go to a Jamaican restaurant and get some cow foot soup, because that helped you a lot last time you were sick like that.
Right. Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. But again, I'm not trying to troll anybody who says that they prayed for me. And the reason why I'm using that example with regards to that reality of that pulsating signal is because, somebody could say, hey, I sent you energy. Damn the Bible. I sent you energy. And who am I to say that
Well, you know what?
Who am I to say that didn't happen? You follow me?
Yeah, I hear you, but we don't have to damn the Bible to say that,
Okay.
We don't have to do that.
You're right.
We don't have to throw the whole book away, because that book does have some history lessons in it if it doesn't have anything at all.
Gotcha.
But I'm just glad that you're okay. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that you appreciate the people's prayers.
I do.
And can I ask you, did you pray for yourself?
Well, no, I don't believe in that type of whether it be trying to achieve something that is not necessarily my destiny. So no, but would you want to pray with me right now, the Lord's Prayer? Didn't we say the Lord's Prayer one time before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Multiple times, but we can still continue whenever you're ready. You want to lead?
Our Father who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy
kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
In heaven. Come on.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Because thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever and ever. No. Amen.
Yeah. If that makes you feel good, I appreciate you saying that for me. All right.
Thank you, Star. Thank you for allowing me to pray for you.
Thank you, Janet. We'll talk. Maybe we'll catch up tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Monday. Okay.
Okay, Star.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Night.
Okay. Janet tapping in. Hold on a second, guys. Let me make sure I'm acknowledging on the screen here. Where's that showrunner? I know I made one. Did a black woman save your life? The war on mammies is on pause just for tonight. Big Shirley's cooking up in that goddamn hospital with something else. The mac and cheese. I ordered a second helping, and then I asked one of the technicians, I said, do you got any Tupperware you can put the mac and cheese in and put it up on the shelf? She's a young girl. She said, Tupperware? What is Tupperware? Did a black woman save your life? Now, of course, the antibiotics and what they were doing for me helped, I'm sure. But can we just get on real nigga time for a minute? And some of you, it's not just the cooking of a black woman. Did a black woman buy your daughter school clothes when you didn't have the money? Did a black woman get your car out of the pound when you couldn't afford to pay the tickets? In the words of Vicky Dillard, somebody talk black to me in that live chat. Huh? Let's go there tonight. Let's put all that, the war on mammies aside just for a minute. Because Big Shirley's cooking. Sheesh. Boy, that got me through it. Rob Lowe, good to see you, sir. Okay, they're talking crazy about black women. Okay, well, I can be objective, Oh my God. And the breakfast. Some type of French toast with a piece of ham, glazed ham, and a slice of pineapple. Peace to the God left-handed. Is that you tapping in? Left-handed.
Peace, man. Everything is everything. Once again, it's on.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back amongst us and all that. I had tapped in with you. It might have been before you went to the hospital.
We spoke.
Sounded crazy.
We spoke.
Yeah, we did.
And you are a friend, and I appreciate you calling me. Again, man, people were calling my phone when I was in the ICU, and I so appreciate that. I mean, salute to those who were texting, but those calls meant a lot. So good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? What's shaking?
No doubt. We was on the horn. And you were sounding so crazy, man. Listen, I didn't want to be the last one before you tapped out. So I said, let me let you go. He was like, no. We can talk. We got that, man. You were sounding real crazy. You know what I mean? I didn't want that to be on my conscience, man. I was the last one to talk to Star before he got out of here. But yeah, everything is everything, man. I'm glad you're back in the building, man. And we appreciate you so much, man. I just wanted to tap in, you know what I mean? And let it be known, man. Yeah, that a lot of energy was sent your way, man.
Thank you,
felt
man.
it.
Thank you.
And salute to you for, continuing the tradition of, being fly in the hospital and all that. Eating, high on the hog, as you say, and all that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
hang on a sec. Stay with me. Stay with me because have you ever had pneumonia?
Yes.
Did they keep you in the ICU for a couple days?
About a day and a half.
Okay, so you didn't really have severe pneumonia. Listen, I'm as serious as fucking colon cancer. For those who have been in that ICU like myself for a week, some people 2 weeks. I've heard people have been there for 3 weeks. The food, man, really it gave me some type of it put a little pep in my step because they're
take your mind off it.
They're pumping me with antibiotics. You start wondering, I don't want to talk crazy, but you're wondering, are they giving me something to help me or to get me up out of here? You start thinking crazy. You start thinking about organ harvesting. What are they doing? But again, not that I was scared to go, but when the food would come 3 times a day, I'm like, oh man, look at this. I just want to say all that, but what's going on otherwise, man, in the world of sports?
Everything is everything. We're still doing what we do, man. Basketball season get ready to start once again. You already know. So Knicks, we'll be talking about the Knicks and all that. So that's getting ready to start Tuesday night.
Okay.
The season kicks off. But basically, pretty much, man, I ain't gonna hold the line up. So I know everybody's gonna be tapping in with you, man, and welcoming you back and all that good stuff. I just wanted to flow through, man, and give my regards, man, and give you a boost.
Well, hold on a second, because this is not a typical show tonight. I'm glad to talk to friends such as yourself, and I want people to know that my friends did step up to the plate. People were at my bedside, and I want them to know who was there for me. So I really, really appreciate you. Something I wanted to ask you about sports. Oh, the Dodgers. What's going on?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Man, listen. Listen, man. The dude Ohtani, man. I guess he bet on himself, man. It had one of the greatest individual games, because he plays both ways. The Dodgers are going to the World Series once again.
Right.
He had 3 home runs last night against the Brewers in their sweep to get the Brewers out of here, and he struck out 10 batters. So he pitched and he hit. And again, what can you say to that, man? The Dodgers getting healthy at the right time, doing what they need to do, man. A lot of people had written the Dodgers off.
Right.
Because they wasn't winning, everybody thought they were going to win 130 games and all that, but they did what they need to do, and this is the time you need to shine, right? So, and Ohtani definitely, did his thing, and he's doing his thing. Your man Jackson Dart is doing this thing with the Giants, so again, man, keeping them a little bit competitive now. They're not like a big joke, so they're competitive. They beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah. They beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago. I was in the hospital then, wasn't I? Or a day before I forget.
It was a Thursday night when they beat the Eagles.
Okay. Yeah, because I was admitted into the hospital on the 6th.
Okay.
But, okay.
Yeah. Okay. But yo, man, I'm a slide off, man, because it's late, and I know you got the lines is all tied up, man. They get ready to tap in with you, and I'm here, man. I'm around. So
I appreciate
again,
you.
welcome back, man. Yes, do what you do. Stay measured, man. Pace yourself. I know you're gonna rock out. You know how to do what you do, man. All right, I'm out of here.
Salute. Okay.
Salute.
Left-handed tapping in. Stefan, I got your donation via Venmo. Thank you so much. I may take a quick break, guys. Let me make sure I'm not missing your donations. Did a black woman save your life? Come on now, just keep it real. Frank Rogers, again, I got your donation. Oh my God! Salute to there was a couple of people who sent me donations when I was in the ICU. One person sent me a nice $300 donation and said, "I don't F with you, but I just want you to know that I'm ready to smoke on your pack if you don't make it out." I thought that was really, really cool. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to get someone else's donation on the screen. I think I may have missed this one. And I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run into the kitchen. Everybody hold on. Let me see if the homie's going to call in. Is it Sherry? Hey, Sherry. Oh, okay, Riri, pardon me. Stacy Galore, how are you? Stacy, are you okay in the live chat? If you need anything in that live chat, let Deeds know. If I can just ramble for a second here, the doctors were very, very nice. The technicians, again, the nurses, everybody was wonderful. Anybody want to call in and talk about having pneumonia and what you went through? Maybe you can give some advice to other people. That whole being locked down in that in the room, that was a bit much. That was a bit much. I think this might be Hey, 314, you've been on hold for a while. Are you there? Good evening or good morning, 314.
Hi, Stars, Marty. How are you?
Hey, good to hear from you, lady.
I just wanted to call and say how much I missed you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How's the family?
And you kind of scared me.
How's the
Everybody's great. Thank you.
Great.
And I wanted to, I sent in a donation, but I think you missed it.
Listen,
actually remind me.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
You actually remind me of my grandfather.
Okay.
You actually look like him to me. And God rest his soul, but he passed away in 1995 from leukemia.
Mm.
And so you have a special place in my heart. So
I appreciate
you kind of scared me when you disappeared for a minute.
Well, let's talk about that because, it's not that I'm the toughest, person walking, but the inevitable is something that we all have to face at some point. And I truly, truly believe that if you live your life without regret and you try to do what's right, and inspire others, then that should, for me, give you some type of comfort. I don't believe in quote unquote closure, but comfort is very real. Some things you just have to face head on. Now, again, in 2008, I had a liver transplant. Man, that was something. I lost so much weight. I had complications. I had to get a blood transfusion and all sorts of jazz. I shriveled up. I was looking and feeling crazy. So that
I feel
was
you. The body changes. So I understand.
Yeah. That was the test. And I said to myself, if I get through this, everything else is going to be light work. But I appreciate you just the same. Appreciate you just the same. Come on.
Yes, and then one last thing, Star, if you don't mind.
Come on.
When you said have a black woman saved your life.
Saved your life.
So a black woman actually saved my life.
Come on.
Black woman to black woman.
Okay.
I had to be about 4 years old. For some reason, I'm looking out the window. I could not tell you what my mother was doing, but we had those big windows. My mother used to open up the windows, let the air in or whatever. And for some reason, I looked out the window and I saw a cat down below.
Okay.
And I wanted to get the cat. But a neighbor, thankfully she saw me, but I thought that it was okay to look out the window, and try to grab the cat. And as I was falling, she caught me.
So now
I was like, oh my God.
What was wrong with the cat? I want to understand what.
It was just an animal. At 4 years old, you see a cute little cuddly kitten, strolling by, and you think that it's your job to get it for whatever reason.
Got you.
And I did that as a 4-year-old, and the lady caught me because she saw me hanging out the window. Like, what is this little girl doing? And I fell out the window, but she caught me.
But she caught you.
And I could have easily fell and, hit my head or whatever. And I was like, oh my God. And my mother was like, I don't know what the heck I was doing to not pay attention to that, but it won't happen again.
Okay.
So a black woman did save my life.
Black woman saved your life. I appreciate you so much, Marty.
Thank you, Star. Have a good night.
Okay, good night.
Okay, bye.
Marty tapping in. All right, Janelle, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Give me a second to catch up, guys. Okay. Okay, now I think Marty is responding to Sunday. Okay. What's fair is fair. Sunday took a swipe and Marty responded. Okay. Also, let me get you on the screen right there. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get Stacy Glow on the screen right there. Stacy, how are you? You are so appreciated. Okay. Oh, salute to the homie M-Rec and the Rec Mob. Anybody in that live chat from the Rec Mob? M-Rec checked on me. That was big. M-Rec picked up the phone. That was big. It was big. It's Boss. I got your donation. Thank you so much. I got a bunch of nice calls. I will say that again. And that makes a difference, you know, when you're in a situation like that. Show 305 time. Okay, that's the guy. E-Money Bag. E-Money Bag. Let me just ramble here for a second. And if anybody wants to call in and talk about the new documentary, The Supreme Truth, please correct me, because a lot of that stuff I forget. Supreme and Prince went to prison. Guys, what year did Supreme come out? He was given 12 years, I think, time served. He may have did 4 years. I watched the documentary, but I was kind of tired, and of course the meds for my pneumonia that I'm still taking were just had me kind of drowsy. So Supreme and this guy, however, that situation came to be E-Money Bag. I don't want to say Supreme threw it all away because of that guy, but in reality, he tried to help this guy get a car. Yes, no, maybe? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Let me see if anybody's in the live chat, somebody who really, really knows this whole world there. Area code 770. Good evening. Are you there? 770.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, who are you?
The parrot lady.
Hey, lady, what's going on with you?
I'm better now that you're better.
Oh,
I was really worried about you, and I've just been praying for you. I know how you feel about that, but it's okay. I've been praying for you.
Thank you for your prayers. If you send energy in my direction, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. I did. And you sound good and you still look good. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate you.
And I know nothing of Supreme or anything. And I was just trying to figure out if I knew anything. Got him mixed up with, what was that cop? Remember the cop that they shot in the street?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about in Queens back in the early 80s?
Yeah. Eddie Byrne or something like that?
Yeah, I forget his name. I'll Google it, but it all, you know, that was...
Did Supreme have something to do with that?
No.
Or I'm getting them mixed up.
That was Fat Cat and Pappy Mason, but neither one of them pulled the trigger, if memory serves me correctly. Neither Fat Cat nor Pappy Mason pulled the trigger, but you're talking about the era. Yeah, that era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I can remember about it. But anyway, I got to go to bed.
I appreciate you.
Stay healthy.
Good night. Thank you. Okay.
Good night.
Parrot lady tapping in. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait. Hey, Rory, can you hold on a second? Can you stay there? Rory?
Oh, praise Jesus. Oh, look at God. Look at God.
Stay there.
The hater is back online.
Hold on. I'll be right there.
Oh, the devil and the
Rory, can you hold on? Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Hold on a second. Rory and I have been talking since I was in the hospital. Hang on, guys. I appreciate your support because we had a goal. Deeds, did we make the goal? I forget. So much going on. I can't. New sub. Love the content. Okay. Hey, Nubia Gold. I got your donation. She says, I am a new sub. Love the content. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. And okay, let me get Stacy Glores on the screen as well. Rory, what's cracking, man? Good to hear from you again. Rory.
Oh, my God. It's good to hear your voice. You know, I got to be honest, though. I was down at church on bended knee in the pew, asking the devil to keep you here until at least Trump was done with his presidency. I said, oh no, there's too much white hate going on. I need my nigga here.
Right.
You know, my nigga got to be here with me. You know, yeah, that's a whole fact. You know, I'm so glad you have Italian, bro. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I'm glad you don't have sickle cell and your kidneys ain't shutting down. Just a meal, you know, that's a little hookup.
Right.
You know, you got Italian blood in you.
Oh.
You know, so you be all right. You know, you be all right.
Well, to be honest with you, I think the Italian side of me, the Neapolitan side, honestly, led me to do all that drinking and all that coke back in the 80s. That's what made me go down that goddamn path, if you ask me. But hey,
well, you know, ain't no Italians were selling you coke back in Brooklyn. There was a bunch of black dudes. Don't blame the Italians for that. Come on, man.
I'm talking about the urge and
Jamaicans.
The
They were
urge,
Jamaicans.
the urge and the stupidity. But anyway, it's good to hear from you, man. You and I have been talking behind the scenes the last couple of days. Anything going on up in New York, political wise, we should know about?
Oh, forget about it. New York is on fire. We got this lazy-eyed, tired heifer, Letitia James, up on charges. She's indicted by a federal grand jury now.
Okay.
She's getting her comeuppance. Big Mammy stepping on the Don's toes. Big problem. You know, should have known her place. As the bed witch.
For people who don't know who Letitia James is nationwide, please.
Letitia James is the lead attorney general, federal attorney general for the Southern District of New York. Every major crime or terrorist crime, any mafia major crime comes to the Southern District of New York City. So we have, you know, an infiltration of a mammy, but the Don's taking her down, and days are numbered, just like Fannie Willis. It's lit. Star, you've been a miss. Jim Jones is not a blood anymore.
Whoa.
He never was a blood.
Whoa.
Oh, Big Man Do is gonna put hands on you, Jimmy. I know you listen to the show.
But now hold on a second. So yeah, I was in the hospital then. So some of the OG Bloods wanted him to step down, or they were coming uptown. What happened to all that?
Well, what happened was Jim Jones has no right or no airplay to talk about he's a blood. Nobody knows him. He was never beat up into a gang or anything. You know, nothing checks out. You know, he's not on any lineup. And you got the guys who originated the gang who have done 30 or 40 years behind the gang talking about they don't know him. Nobody knows him. He's using this for clout. So, you know, this is like another.
Can I jump in, Rory? Objectively speaking,
Jim Jones, I know you listening to the show.
Rory, can I jump in? Objectively speaking,
he's going to put hands on you.
Guys, give him a second. He's a little hard of hearing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Rory? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, now,
I hear you.
Objectively speaking, gang life, gang culture has changed. It has evolved. I'm not co-signing it. And let me just say salute to Hocus for Fifth. He's got the whole drop your flag campaign. And if memory serves me correctly, Hassan Campbell was talking about drop your flag years prior, but I'm not going to get into that. So Jim Jones, I don't know if he's ever squeezed a trigger. I don't know what he's ever organized, but isn't it fair to say that Jim is part of the newer wave of the gang members, if you will, like Lil Wayne, Chris Brown? Lil Wayne used to be talking that Suwoo and all that stuff. Chris Brown, a lot of these celebrities became gang affiliated. Now, not that I'm giving them a pass, but I'm just saying So to some degree, they have helped other people eat, go into business. Again, not that I'm co-signing gang life, but doesn't that count for something?
Well, I mean, the only thing that I respect about it is he made a little bit of bread exploiting the BS and being like a culture vulture, and I'm okay with that. You know, like you gotta respect that. That's like respect the jokes. You know, he made some money because these cats let him do that. You know, like they said, Jim Jones was right. Like Jim Jones was a pen pal. He was a pen pal guy to the Real Bloods in prison, and then he got brought home and he got put on through the mail. They were like, send me some money and you could be a Blood. So Jim Jones is one of the first people in the history of America who got put on through the mail. Like he got a letter sent back to him saying, okay, you a Blood now. You sent me that money to my commissary. So now you a Blood. You can go ahead and say that. Like he didn't have to get beat up. You know, Jim Jones the type of guy, he would have to get sexed in. You know, like he wouldn't get beat up. He ain't beating them.
All right, so Rory, stay with me. Let me just respond. Again, this is not to. This is not. Hang on. This is not necessarily.
They know that.
Hear me out. This is not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Rory, listen. I still got pneumonia. I can't do all this shouting. You got to listen. You got to listen. You talk. I talk. I can't. Use all this energy.
What bad stuff?
A lot of these guys from Jim's era and the era prior to Jim, and I say this with all due respect, they were rapping about the guys from the 80s. They were rapping about the lifestyle of Supreme and Prince and Alpo, Demencio, and a host of others. They were not cooking up the coke on the stove. That wasn't their era. They were buying it already prepackaged. So a lot of the rappers, and I'm not going to sit here and name names to try and clown anybody, belittle anybody. They were great storytellers. Isn't that fair to say? A lot of the people who were popping in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, they were rapping about the guys from the 80s, but they really didn't live that life. Isn't that fair to say, Rory? I mean, I know your feelings towards Jim Jones, but let's be objective. Come on.
Well, I'm saying you're 100% right with that, and with the internet, everybody can see that, But Jim Jones is a guy on his own in particular who is like pushed his Blood culture, which is not New York City culture, and really, his real angle was like, I'm a gangster, like I'm a Blood number, but. With the internet and everything nowadays, like you can't front like that. Like Jim, he never been to Rikers Island. Like, we grew up in a Giuliani era. We grew up in a stop and frisk era. Everybody went to jail. Everybody went to Rikers Island, white, black, Spanish, whatever. So if you never did that, I don't know how you could ever say you were in the streets at a certain time, even just hanging out. Like even if you were just doing hand-to-hand, or, you weren't no kingpin, but you were selling a couple bags here and there. Everybody got picked up. Everybody in the city, that's part of their experience, if they were part of the streets. And this guy is like super Blood. Like he's super Blood. And all of a sudden, you got the guys who are real Bloods telling them, like, nobody knows you. You became a Blood through the mail. Like you were pen pals with guys in jail trying to.
Can I jump in, Rory? Because I want to ask you about that Supreme. Hang on. I want to ask you about that Supreme Truth documentary before you go. I respect what you're saying, and I appreciate your knowledge. You and I are friends, and I know that you do have a lot of history and knowledge with regards to New York. But I got to ask you this one thing. And I think I've asked you this before. Did Paul Castellano ever kill anybody? Did Paul Castellano ever cut up a body with the soldiers, Sammy Gravano and John Gotti? Did Paul Castellano ever get in the trenches and shoot it out, Rory?
No. But I will say
No.
Paul Castellano had a bachelor's degree from college. Paul Castellano knew how to run an organization. He tried to make it corporate. I will say I never seen Jim Jones with a house like Paul Castellano. I never seen
Rory, stop. With all due respect, I answered your question with regards to Jim, with regards to the one-time boss of the Gambino crime family. And because he had never put in the work, that's why John Gotti and Sammy had him killed. So
they're exactly right. You're exactly right. That's Jim Jones.
Okay.
Because he never put in the work and claimed this whole life.
Okay.
How the hell could Rory go to jail in Rikers Island as a white boy for 8 months for being on the street? Okay. And I never claimed that. But I did that when I was a young kid.
Okay.
And Jim Jones never did it even a week. Never even seen the tombs. And he's Harlem.
Okay, now hang on, Rory. I need you here. Hang on a second.
There's Harlem.
Hold on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. Okay, so did you watch the Supreme Truth documentary? I watched it. I paid the $10, whatever it is. I watched it. Did you see it?
No, No. I actually haven't watched the video.
I think you should.
I saw the snippets.
Yeah.
No, I will.
It's very well done.
Snippets and
Hang on. It's very well done.
We already know, Bibby. We already know. Bibby nocturnal, man. Bibby's a rat. Bibby's nocturnal. They need to tie him to that rock. That black.
All right, now hang on a second, Rory. I don't want to go down that path. This is my first night back. I got to preserve my energy. Rory, listen. I don't want to talk about any type of violence, what somebody should do. Let's not do that. So here's my thing. Let you and I circle back and talk about the documentary. I thought it was very well done, but I have to ask the question. Why now are we hearing Supreme call Bimmy a confidential informant? Even though I've kicked dirt on Bimmy, why now? But go watch it and let's talk again. All right? I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. I feel you. All right, so.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay.
Salute.
That's my friend right there. I may have to go get my goddamn oxygen tank. After talking to him. Sheesh. Salute to Harlem Legend TV. Salute to Zip with the Drip. Guys, who am I forgetting? Oh, salute to Tasha K and her husband Sheck. They called me to check on me. Again, people who called me, that meant a lot to me, because, we get so hung up on texting and it's such a quick way to not necessarily put a voice to the effort. But people were calling me. And even though my voice was really bad and my energy was, I was at the mercy of the goddamn the machines, the cardiac monitor. The vital signs monitor. I was hooked up to all that stuff, but people were calling. Guys, sit tight on the phones. I just want to ramble here for a second while I'm still able to think of some of this stuff. My family. Woo! It's nice to be able to say that family was on the same page. I got a small family, but they were on the same page. and certain things have already been put in place with regards to, I'll just say financial matters. But it was nice that some people just defied, my wishes and said, no, I'll be there in 20 minutes. We just drove 14 hours. It was nice. Guys, I don't really want to get into Snoop Dogg tonight. I think we have much more things that are important, to talk about. Salute to Snoop Dogg. Haven't seen him in years. Jeffrey, I got your email. Something about your friend, UFC veteran, undergo an emergency double lung transplant. Holy shit. I just had pneumonia, and that was crazy. Hey, hang on a second. Guys, does anybody want to cam up? Anybody want to cam up? I mean, I got some energy now. Sam, I analyze. Yeah, man, do you want to cam up or call in? Either one. I just sent you the link. Hey, Sheila. Sheila, thank you so much from Tower of Love Foundation. Thank you, Sheila. Good to hear from you. Let me respond and say, God bless you too. God bless. Peace, King Simon. Is that you, sir? King Simon.
Yes, sir. How are you, man? I'm glad you're all right, bro. Glad you're all right.
Well, listen, man. I mean, at some point we have to leave the physical, yes?
Yes. No. I remember calling you and you said you can't talk right now. I said, okay.
Yeah, you called. Salute to King Simon. Guys, this is King Simon. He's another person who called me. Yeah, I didn't have any energy when you called, but it was good to hear from you.
Yes, and then you asked about Layla, and I contacted Layla. I told her, look, gotta call her, man, please. And then I told Supernova, please reach out to her.
Supernova, well, Supernova Islam and I DM all the time, so he's family, and Queen of Four, they did tap in. But now, hang on a second. I'm so glad that you've called. Not that I want to harp on anything, but the frequency. Decades ago, I did a show on the Storm Buck Wild Show, and I asked, is God a frequency based upon that pulsating signal, beyond the Milky Way galaxy that was detected by Carl Jansky back in the 40s? What do you think? Mm-hmm. Is God a frequency?
Yeah, we spoke about it. Yes. I believe there's a frequency. As a matter of fact, I used to train with Dr. Delbert Blair, who taught us how to monitor and tap into our own frequency in meditation.
Okay.
And listen, but you have to listen beyond all the noise, because there is a fine frequency that everybody is connected to, and it's real, because I still hear it to this day. Even while I'm on the phone with you, I've tapped in so much that I can still feel and not feel, but hear the frequency in your head. And it's not capped. It's just everything that was created is connected to that frequency. Whatever it is, we could call it God or whatever, or call it whatever they want to call it, but it is something. Yeah, and there's a book that was written on it too. A book was written on it years ago called "Is God a Frequency?" Years ago too, man. I remember that book.
Really? Now
when you
hang on, can you send me that link? I've never seen that book. Who wrote that book?
I'll send you the link, because it was like two people but I'd rather send you the older older copy that's based on the 40s, what they found in the 40s. So I'll send you the link when I get it back. I'll find.
Have you ever heard of the God gene? The God gene.
Yes, when you mentioned that, I bought the book years ago.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well, I remember when you mentioned that. Hey, I'm going to stuff. But I'm happy that you're back, man. I'm really. We were missing you. Doing the whole P Diddy thing, and we were missing you, man. We wanted to hear you. It is what it is.
I appreciate.
I'm glad you're all right.
I appreciate you, King Simon. Salute, man.
Salute.
Yes,
salute.
sir. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry, Frankie G. Oh man, I left Frankie G on hold for a second. Guys, if anybody else wants to talk about the Supreme Truth documentary, phone lines are open. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it moving. I thought it was a decent documentary for the most part. James Bimmy Anthony is being accused by Supreme himself as being a confidential informant. Does anybody know, and I asked this earlier, does anybody know the relationship between Supreme when he was out and he was moving with, Irv and Chris Gotti and Ja Rule? What was his relationship with Bimmy then? Because if he said Bimmy was a CI for 40 some odd years, clearly then he had to have felt that way when he was out. Yes? I'm asking. Frankie G, I'm sorry, man. Are you calling back in? Evelyn, is that you? Area code 951. Evelyn?
Star.
Hey.
I am so glad that you are doing much better.
Oh, thank you.
I really, really am. I sent you an email. I know you probably didn't get to read it because, when you're in the hospital, you don't really feel like doing nothing. Your mind is constantly thinking about 1,000 things, and then mostly about, am I going to get out of here?
Well, no, I actually had some assistance with regards to, emails and stuff like that. I wasn't focused on it. I'll be very honest with you. I wasn't on social media like that. I just didn't have that desire, I just had to allow the process to take its place without becoming, over anxious, because at one point the doctor said to me, do you want me to give you something to kind of level you off? And I said, no. I'm okay. Never mind the fact that I took off all the leads the other night and went to the bathroom. I'm okay now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But Star,
hey.
Now I want to tell you this.
Come on.
And this is I'm not bullshitting or playing around.
Come on.
My family is from where your family is from, North Carolina and South Carolina.
Okay.
Now, if you really need, because see, I know you like to live alone. You're a bachelor. You like to do your thing, But if you really need somebody to help you, they always call me on this show, a mammy or whatever. But I'm talking about for real people that's going to cook and clean and help you. Let me know.
Can I jump?
And that's no bullshit. I'm not bullshitting at all.
Can I jump in?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I appreciate that offer. I truly, truly do. I've got an off and on again girlfriend. She's 2 years older than me. She came to the hospital.
Uh-huh.
She came to the hospital twice.
Uh-huh.
So in that area, I'm okay. And again, a lot of family, a good amount of my family came. So I'm okay. I'm okay, but I thank you.
Right.
Thank you for thinking of me. It means a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and like I said, I'm not playing around or anything like that. I'm talking about like serious people that, not like these people nowadays. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
That don't really, they say they really give a damn about somebody, but they really don't.
Right.
They're looking for some money.
Wow.
No, these people are.
My girlfriend's 2 years older than me.
You know, they got their own houses and businesses and stuff.
Right.
And no,
she walks with a cane.
And really, they just,
she can't drive, but she's good people. Evelyn, I'm good in that area. I appreciate what you're saying, and also let me thank you because you sat number 9 down for 30 days. I'm not sure if the ban is up or not, but I lifted all bans for tonight, so he called in earlier. Number 9.
You know what, Star? I don't even care.
Okay.
Even if his band wasn't up, you need to talk to him. I know that you guys talk behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If I would have had your number, I would have called you. But you know, he's a good friend to you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yes.
You know, and I know you're gonna look out for him.
Yeah.
I don't care about number 9. I was just saying, don't always think that everybody that's black is something wrong with them.
No.
And it seems to me like every time he gets on the phone, he has nothing good to say about anybody black.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that.
Okay.
That's why.
Evelyn, listen, I don't want to make it about him tonight because I'm trying to preserve my energy.
Yeah, I know you're trying to come back, and I am so happy that you are back. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was very boring. I really only watched 3 shows on the whole internet, and I don't have no social media.
Gotcha.
Period. 3 shows, and you're one of them. Okay. I am so glad that you are back.
Thank you, darling.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Get you some rest, and like you said, you got somebody there to stay there with you and cook and clean and everything. I'm happy to hear that. All right.
Have a wonderful
That's
evening.
all I wanted to call you and tell you. Oh, I sent you a donation too.
Thank you, darling.
I'm just calling you from another line.
Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate you.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
I thought I saw Colleen in the queue. Colleen, were you in the queue? I couldn't get to you in time. $10:51. I got your email. Thank you so much. Colleen, are you out there? Darnell, I got your donation. I appreciate you via Venmo. Someone says, welcome back, Star. We know you was really out of the country, caking with your new girlfriend on the low, but still big up. No, sir, I was in the ICU in North Carolina. But thank you. I don't know, guys, what's going on with Hassan Campbell, a.k.a. Poppy? Did Supreme really send the police to his house? I'm not up to speed. Sam, I analyze. Where are you, Sam? Are you calling in? In the meantime, hey, Sunday, how are you? Sunday.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I just wanted to call and, show my respect. So glad that you're up and running and you're feeling much better.
Well, you called me when I was
worried.
in the hospital, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was very worried, but I'm happy to see that you're feeling better.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm still taking the hell is this here? Some type of
antibiotics. Yeah, the antibiotic.
Linezolid, Linezolid.
Yeah.
600 milligrams.
Well, I think you'll probably get to 100% in the next few weeks. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. You sound like you're, on the upswing. So
I feel better. I feel a lot better.
Yeah, and it's great that you're back and you're filming. It's fantastic. I just wanted to chime in. That's it, and I'm going to make this short. All right.
Great to talk to
Cut
you,
it
Sunday.
short.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Sunday saying hello. Did I respond to this person? The artist positive vibes, your show, since you found. Guys, I'm moving at a very, very slow pace, as you can see, for the obvious reasons. Thank you, Evelyn. I got your Zelle donation. Guys, on the screen is the PayPal link if you want to use PayPal. And let me not forget, we're looking to rotate banners for the intro for the show and for the closing bumpers of the show. If anybody wants to send us an updated banner, if you are already a sponsor. Okay. I'm looking for Colleen. And Frankie G, I don't see you, man. My apologies. Everybody hold on. David D. Cordova, are you calling in? David, where are you? Florida Boy Jay, he and I spoke earlier. He said he wasn't sure he could call in because he was moving, shaking, and popping, but I lifted his ban for the evening. Okay. Someone says, Star, it's getting late. Please take some. No. Now's the right time to die. Who is that? Who's that getting soft? No. We got to get Deed's Cash App back on the screen. Deed said tonight is a good night to die, and she could use some cash apps. Had it not have been because of Deeds, I might not be here tonight, but thank you for your comment. What's her name? Kim. Hey, Kim, thank you so much. Area code 440. Are you there? Late night 440.
I'm not sure if I'm looking at a clone of Mr. Troy Torain or if this is a Soda 2 video. However, I'm very happy to receive the notification from YouTube to let me know you went live. Welcome back, Mr. Star.
Good to hear from you, Boris. How are you, man? Good to hear from you.
Likewise. I just wanted to set the record straight. I have sent you a text on the 3rd of October because I sensed something was wrong. Perhaps you took a trip to the small headland and maybe you were part of the hostage exchange deal. Maybe you were in the tunnels or something. So I wanted to make sure that you were alive and kicking.
Yeah.
I was very close to call you.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure. Maybe you were making some negotiations or something. However, I'm very glad that everything is on the up and up. And one day I was very close to say, you always preach that you wanted to die on the mic. And right now is the chance to.
Yeah.
I just did not know how you would take it.
Yeah, well, guys, Deed's Cash App information is on the screen. Deeds and I were talking as we do every day. And I just didn't have the energy earlier, to do this show tonight. I was going to say, well, let's do a Sunday. And she's the one that said, tonight's a good night to die.
You have slimmed down quite significantly. I do not know if you remember, but back in 2009, 50 Cent starred in a movie, I think it's called When Things Go Down or something like that. He lost 54 pounds just to depict a football player who was sick. So if you want to see the before and after, you could see that he looked quite different. So I'm wishing for you to get your health back.
Well, listen,
this
man.
is a quite vicious, sickness. If you recall, Brittany Murphy.
If I can jump in for a second, pneumonia is no joke. You ever had it? Pneumonia?
I did not have it, but I was saying that if you recall, Brittany Murphy and her husband died from it. that was involved in their death. It is not a joke.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, I learned the hard way, and again, being in the ICU for 6 days. Diane Keaton just died from pneumonia, right? The actress Diane Keaton.
Yeah, something like that. I heard her. Right, and I sent you even the email about D'Angelo who passed away, but that's totally different.
D'Angelo had cancer, and R.I.P. to Ace Frehley from the band Kiss. He just passed away, but yeah, man. With regards to pneumonia, I'm just sharing my experience, if you will, letting people know how serious it can be, and the whole oxygen thing was that was the shock to me. That was the shock, because when you have that fluid in your lungs, whether you have walking pneumonia, whether it's detected at an early stage, when you're in that ICU, you have to stay put, because if you're moving around and that this thing, comes out of your nose, or the other one that they have with the bigger tube, you can be out of here. You can really be out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
My suggestion, Mr. Star, I think that you should really quit smoking, because it will not help your cause.
I haven't had. Hang on. I haven't had a cigar since I checked in. Since I checked in to the ER.
I know. I'm saying you should cut it permanently, because it can creep back up.
Yeah. We'll see.
But you do as you please. I just wanted to make sure you're alive and well.
I appreciate you,
Have
Boris.
a good one, Mr. Terrain.
Salute. Thank you.
Take care. Be well.
All right. Boris tapping in. Anonymous, I got your PayPal donation. Thank you so much. Glad to see you back. Okay. Hold on a second. Someone says, I had COVID pneumonia. What area code? Are you calling in? Who is this? Yeah, I'm not out of the woods yet, but I feel a lot better. Someone says a staph infection brought on my friends. Okay, your friend's pneumonia. Yeah, I had a friend who had some type of infection from the hospital, and they were there for like a month. Holy shit, that was crazy. Am I gonna have about it out of control? Okay. Okay, Sam, are you calling in? Sam, I analyzed. I responded to your emails. I'm not sure what else I can do. Oh, there's Colleen, I think. Colleen, hey, thank you for calling back. I couldn't get your call earlier. Hey.
Hey, Star.
Hey.
How are you feeling today?
I'm alive.
Feeling better today?
I'm feeling better. You and I spoke a couple of times. Thank you for checking on me. Thank you for checking on me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling better though?
I am, but I'm still wearing my fall risk band. Can you see that?
Okay.
They got the barcode.
In case they got to scan your ass anyway, right?
Well, listen, I'll be so honest with you. Where I live, it's all senior citizens, so it's like it's a great conversation piece. You go to get your goddamn prescription filled. You've got the band on.
Where you were once very guarded about your information, now you're telling everybody what happened.
Right. Now I haven't taken the mobile oxygen tank out yet, not yet, but I do have that little the little cart thing where you can put the mobile oxygen tank in there.
Are you dragging it behind you everywhere you go?
And then I can put this on. you know.
Do you bring it with you to the supermarket?
Well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm just saying it's like it might be a great conversation piece.
Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at that. You look great. You look great.
Thank you.
Try not to drink cold water. Just drink room temperature water and eat a lot of leafy green vegetables. That'll help you bounce back.
I like cold water. I always have. I like ice cold water. Be very honest with you.
I know, but just try to drink room temperature water for the duration until it's worked its way out of your system, and get your probiotics in. Okay.
Everything else good with you?
I'm so happy to see you. Everything's great. I'm so happy to see you on the screen. You I could see the 22-pound weight loss though.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. That was a little crazy.
We're gonna have to hire Big Cheryl to come and cook at the house for you a couple of times a week.
Well, listen, I got to go back for a checkup. I think it's either next week or the week after, and I'm gonna go early so that I can go to the cafeteria.
Just to check in on Big Cheryl.
Check in on Big Cheryl. On Big Shirley's cooking.
I bet you the food wasn't even that good. You were just hungry.
Oh no,
because they keep you off food for a while. It was good.
It was banging. That food was banging. I came alive.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you're alive and kicking. And God bless you, Star.
God bless you.
I'll continue to keep you in my prayers. Okay.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Any other notes we need to go over? Thank you for asking about the squirrels. Squirrel Party will return at some point. I don't have the energy right now. A month or so ago, I had to take down a tree because a tree was literally leaning towards the deck. And I didn't want the tree to, of course, fall onto the deck. So I took two of the squirrel houses down, resanded them, repainted them. And I just haven't had time to put them back up. But thank you for asking. The squirrels are fine. The squirrels, they feed themselves. They take care of themselves. They don't even need my my helping them. But I do because I enjoy watching them. No, they're not dependent on me. These squirrels out here they're like all over the place. If they're not in the front running around, then they're in the back. There's a little creek back there. Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg, thank you for your support, sir. How are you, Elvis?
Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, Star.
We're shaking, man. What's cracking?
Yeah, it's great to hear your voice, man. And thank you you got back to me every time I hit you with an email.
Yes, sir.
And I left a donation as well.
Salute to you. Salute to you.
I always know to send a donation with an email. I'm just glad that you're around. And like I told you in the email, when I told my kids you were in the hospital, their eyes just watered up with tears. They just was like, no. Yeah. It was like, oh man, it was just hard. It was just so heartfelt that the way my children have seen the joy that I've gotten from calling a show that, I even find myself getting emotional right now, just remembering that. I'm glad you're okay, Star. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, dude.
Well, hang on. How's everything up in New York? You okay up there?
I'm just glad you're all right, Star.
Okay, all right. Salute, Elvis. Thank you, man. Thank you, Elvis. Elvis, have a good one, man. Salute. Okay, he hung up. I appreciate the call. Did a black woman save your life? Come on now. Let's get a few calls in here. finish up on that topic. Big Shirley's cooking in that goddamn hospital, boy. Sheesh. Some type of sauteed, light braised or braising something salmon. Because I was there for over a week, and I'm not even a goddamn salmon eater. That's some type of rice. I think we're done with this particular topic here. Let's keep it moving. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to David D. Cordova. And are we done talking about the Supreme Truth documentary? Area code 818. Good morning. Are you there? It is now Sunday.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's a pussy. Star is a pussy. That was a joke.
Okay. Who am I speaking to? Your voice sounds familiar.
Oh, yes. Power Ranger X.
Power Ranger X. How are you, man? What's cracking?
Welcome back. Welcome back to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. Good to see you, man.
Okay. What's going on with you, man? What's happening out in California?
Oh, you want me to tell you? I was attacked by two clowns on October 2nd as I was walking to the grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 Vega cosplay. I was going to use Ralph's and I got attacked by illegal migrants on the way. Yeah, called the cops.
You called the cops or they called the cops? Who called the cops?
I called the cops.
Okay.
Yeah, some weirdos just hanging around trying to steal my phone. And then they came while I was walking by, just came behind me and tried to attack and steal my phone. And they attacked me. They put hands on me, and then I was like, oh, well, as I was calling the cops, they finally came 20 minutes later, and the weirdo hang around here in Chinatown. The cops did something they usually do, which is not arrest any criminals. And let's go.
Well, now, hang on a second, Power Ranger X, because I appreciate this call. So now, who's trying to steal phones out in broad daylight? Yes, just walking.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just walking by on the sidewalk. Chinatown is supposed to be safe. You think it's safe? I'm walking.
But what I'm trying to get to is, why would the phone be the target? Why would your phone be the target?
I have no idea. That's these are just I believe they're just illegal aliens just trying to steal from people. Oh, hey.
All right.
United. Oh, sorry.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you, and you have a great morning. What's left of it? Salute.
Hey, salute.
Power Ranger X. Uh-oh, there he is. Area code 713. Sunday morning. Houston.
My nigga.
Nigga, what's cracking?
Nigga, I'm like, damn, you still here? I'm like, goddamn. I was banking on it. I was like, goddamn. I said, I hope this nigga remember my government name in his will. You know, I ain't changed, though. I'm like, nigga, he ain't gonna die yet, nigga.
Well,
you
Houston, I don't know if you remember, but I told you I checked out in 2008 already. So all of this now, all this now was just icing on the cake for some folks, man. 2008 with that goddamn liver transplant. Whew, that was crazy. Now, that was crazy.
Hey, I know it. And then, I was just making sure. I'm like, you remember my government name? I typed that shit in to you. My middle name, all that shit. Well, I'm like, nigga, you ain't better die yet, nigga.
Well, listen, Houston, I'll be very honest with you. I have nothing. I have nothing. And when I go, there's family members who are already in control of things, if you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, I already know that, but I say that to talk shit with you, nigga.
okay.
I'm glad you're here, nigga.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Doug, I'm like, nigga, don't go yet, nigga. I'm like, what are $5 that I was asking you about?
Oh,
I'm like, nigga.
I got to ask you the question now. Earlier, I was talking about that real good cooking up at the hospital. I have never had great hospital food like that. And yes, I had pneumonia, but it was banging. So I'm asking the question,
man.
I'm asking the question: did a black woman save your life? Come on, Houston, just give them one night, man.
No, I'm telling you, like when after I went for the colonoscopy, when they violated me, but I had to go a year and a half later when I was in there for a whole week. Man, I was fiending for the hospital cooking in the cafeteria. That's like I had all the best good. Before they could ask me, because they had to go down my throat and suck up all the whatever that was around my liver and pancreas. I was in there for a week.
Okay.
And man, they was cooking. At first, they just had me on what is it? The damn what is it? Whatever. I'm like only liquids, and I'm like, man, give me a burger. And then the black chick came up there, man. She cooked me a burger so good, dog. And I went downstairs. And then when you in them hospital beds like that, they had a thing where when you pop up at the bed, the alarm goes off. So I had to walk around outside with that thing around my neck when I was smoking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they took good care of me.
Did
man, a black woman did do that for me.
Now you had, what did you say again? You had a what?
I had a colonoscopy done, and then a year and a half later, I had to go back in. They had, I think it's called an endoscopy.
Right.
And then they had to go down my throat and then suck up all the mass that was around my liver and pancreas. Sheesh. And I was in the hospital for like...
You was almost out of here.
That was some years ago.
You was almost out of here.
Yeah, I was almost out of here. And then I had my own room too. And there was some bad bitches coming in there. But that's another story.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. Okay. And then I'm sitting in there. They looked at me like I had walked on water. They like, ain't nothing wrong with your liver and pancreas. But the hospital food was on point. Yeah. And there was a black woman cooking. It was a black woman. Because I said, and I was mad at everybody.
The last day that I was in the ICU, they checked me out around 10 a.m. So I could have left like around 11, but I waited around for lunch, and then I wanted to make sure that these little portable oxygen tanks that I ordered came as well. So I wound up leaving.
Yeah, you were waiting. You were waiting for them. You know, you on the black market.
I wound up leaving around 1:30. I was supposed to be going at 11.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Big Shirley's cooking, goddamn.
Yeah, you said you were waiting on the tank man or cooking, and then you're like, "Can you put me?" You know, I used to ask the nurses. They used to come in there for the cooking in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Because I was like, man, since I'm going to get it anyway, I'm like, man, and they used to cook good down there too. You can smell the cooking. Even after I left the hospital, I used to go up there and just go to that cafeteria after I left. It's just something about when you know when the black woman in there cooking, it's good. Yeah. You can smell it. Yeah. When you walk into the doors.
If I didn't know then, I know now. Listen, Elf, I got to take some other calls. Great to talk to you, Houston.
Okay, man. I'm glad you're still here, man. Yes, but sir. You know, when I ask you, I be just talking shit. I'm glad you're here, man. Much love.
I appreciate you. Salute. Okay. That's Houston tapping in. Let me get Sam I Analyze on the screen.
Star, welcome back.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Likewise. When I heard you were out with pneumonia, man, it brought back. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks in 2008.
Okay.
And I was going through what was called septic shock in the early parts of August in 2008. And so I know a little bit of what you dealt with. And I'll tell you this: take your time, because for me, I spent 2 weeks in the hospital.
ICU?
ICU. Well, at first I went to the ER.
Okay.
And then they, when they, I'm not a doctor, so I don't, the terms escape me, but yes, I spent the 2 weeks in the ICU afterwards.
Right.
And the reason why I really wanted to come on is because there's something that I almost did. The doctor said that had I not made it to the ER the day that I went,
right,
no question in his mind, I would have passed that night.
Right.
Because when you mentioned, I think you said you had fever.
Yeah.
Okay. The doctor told me, and something early on, I was stubborn, right? I was battling fever for 3.5 days. And we know, I'm in New York, and the summer's, early August. This was around August 8th, August 9th. And I was freezing, freezing. And I had the heat on in the middle of summer. That's how bad it was. And the doctor told me, and something that I want everyone to know.
Come on.
If you're battling a fever for more than 2 days,
go to
and
the
you're
ER.
taking medication, go see a doctor.
Yeah.
Because
go to the ER.
ER, right. I'm sorry. The ER, right. If you're taking your medicine over the counter or whatever, and it's not working, your body is fighting some sort of infection, and you need to take yourself to the ER. And that almost took me out. So, for you, Star, it's great to see you. Take your time. I know for me, when I came out of the hospital, it took a while with my breathing, like taking a few steps, like too long of a regular walk up the block took a little time because I had breathing issues. I lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. So
if I can jump in for a second, Sam. So septic shock, for those who don't know, a condition sometimes occurring in severe sepsis, in which the blood pressure fails and the organs of the body fail to receive sufficient oxygen. Yeah, man. I mean, the oxygen that I was getting and combined with I think my left side was full of fluid, and the bottom of my right lung, if I'm not mistaken, had fluid. So it was critical, as you just said, with that oxygen and those the leads to get those vitals checked. So now you couldn't get out of that bed for those 2 weeks, I would imagine. You had to use that bedside commode and stuff like that.
I was a little stubborn, right? Somehow I didn't realize, I didn't realize the seriousness of it. The doctor spoke to me afterwards, and they asked me about I had to sign out stuff about, I heard about possible ventilation. That's the first time I ever heard of do not resuscitate. I had to sign all that paperwork. But the whole time I'm thinking, give me medicine and get me out of here. And I didn't realize the severity of it. And the doctor said maybe it was because I personally, so what happened to me is when they brought out the pan and stuff, I said, no, this is not happening. Now, I actually had catheter, everything. Like, it was bad. Like, it was really bad. And the doctor afterwards said, he came to me, when I was going to be discharged, because I saw so many different doctors at the time, because, and he said, he didn't know if I was going to make it, right? Because I had pancreatitis, all this stuff I didn't know.
Wow.
Right. I had, so what made me say, you know what, something is really wrong. I started having bruising on my body. Like, I could see bruising on like purple bruising on my body. It just, and something said, you know what, I've got to go. And, my family rushed me to the hospital. So, if
I can jump in for a second.
Yes.
Now, I didn't get to the point where a buddy of mine years ago, he demanded an AMA form. Do you know what that is? Against medical advice?
No. Oh, is that the way they discharge you and they let you? Right. Okay.
Well, if you demand an AMA form, most people know this in the live chat, and most of you are much more smarter than me when it comes to the medical world. You can say, I want to leave. Legally, you cannot stop me. Give me an AMA form. That's against medical advice. They'll let you out. But when you sign that, you are indemnifying them from any and all wrongdoings. So if you step outside that goddamn that hospital and you die right then and there, can't sue them. So it's I think it's important for us to say that, because what you are explaining, what you went through, that was serious.
Yeah.
Septic shock. Wow.
And
I did 6 days, man. On the 7th day, again, the nurse said, your white blood cells are doing much better. I think you're able to do oral antibiotics now as opposed to the IVs. Go ahead.
And like you, not the IVs, but they were giving me the IVs. Yeah. And sometimes they would miss it, like, because at that point they couldn't even find it. I was, because you're dehydrated, like they trying, but it's hard to find a vein. But I will tell you this, be very careful, Star, because I was told, like, I didn't realize the extent of it because it was so severe for me. That's you don't want to get the COVIDs and things like that. You've got to be very careful with that, because that can, for me, and now as a result of me having long COVID about 1.5 years ago, I'm asthmatic and things like that. So I got to be careful. So I tell you, be very cautious. Somebody's sick, you're recovering, you can't be around that. So just be cautious with that. But we just got to be careful, and it's great to see that you're on the mend.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you, and I appreciate you sharing your story. Guys, this is Sam from Sam I Analyze on YouTube. Great guy. He's one of my sponsors as well. Anything you want to mention about the Dodgers or anything in the world of the NFL we should know about?
Well, I think with the Dodgers, I think we're seeing history. Shohei Ohtani, what he did. I mean, I question, could this guy end up being the GOAT at the end of the day? I mean, it's been a short span, but what he's doing is what he did last night or 2 nights ago now, insane. 3 home runs, 10 strikeouts, incredible. I can't wait to see what his resume looks like at the end. NFL wise.
Well, hang on.
Yes.
I gotta ask you this. And who are the Dodgers facing in the World Series? Do they know yet? I haven't.
No, we're gonna find out. Right now, it looks like the Mariners are there ahead. So it's either going to be between the Mariners and Blue Jays.
Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Yes.
I have to ask you this, Sam. I have to ask you this. Have they done anything different with the core of Major League Baseballs to make them go faster or further over the fences? Because there was a point, where that was the talk.
They've
that
played
they
with
were,
it. Right.
That
So
they were hang on. That
Yes,
they
sir.
were tampering with the ball. And I forget what they were putting inside. You would know better than me. Was it graphite or some type of
cork
or something?
Corked bats.
So that you would get more bang for the buck. Pow! It's out of the park.
Right.
Where are we now with baseballs and all that sort of jazz?
Well, I'll say this. I'm not sure with the baseballs this year because every year is different. This year, you heard that now some of the corking was deemed, illegal with the bats. But now you're seeing that certain bats now, especially with the Yankees, some of it before the season, you found out that they were using fatter bats, to hit the home run. And they made the bats just big enough where it was legal to use. So they're always looking to bring people in. But what baseball has found, when they put in that pitch clock and shortened the games during the regular season, that actually brought a lot of fans in. So I don't think they're doing as much as that stuff. But with the ball, I think they stopped that because the pitching was affected by that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did want to say, football wise,
NFL.
Locally, the Giants right now have something in Jackson Dart and Scatterable, Cam Scatterable. And then it's great to see the Jets. Do they get their first win? I think they will tomorrow against Carolina.
What's the Giants' record now?
I want to say I think the Giants right now are 2-3 or 2-4.
You sure?
Can
you check?
I'm going to check right now. Giants record. According to this, I'll tell you right now.
Hang on, guys. Talking to Sam, I analyzed. I thought they won 3 games. No,
2-4. 2-4. 2-4. Mm-hmm. And they're going against Denver tomorrow.
Russell Wilson, is he finished in the NFL?
Finished. Done. Yeah. Take that check and you're done. As a matter of fact, I wonder if he's affected his Hall of Fame candidacy. I don't know. He's last few years haven't been nice to Russ.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh. Sam, great to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in and sharing your story.
Likewise, Star, and great to have you back. Have a good night.
Thank you, man. Salute.
Bye-bye.
Okay.